trust.
I've got almost no trust. I think we need a movement from the people upwards to recognise that. Sorry, I got a phone call.
What do you think? What do you think, Steve?
Starmer's the worst Prime Minister we've ever had during my lifetime. On every front. What he does, how he communicates it, just...
Well, what do you think could be done about the alleged illegal crossings on the boat?
It's a sham. And rioting doesn't achieve anything. You know, we had the protests against the Iraq War in 2003 was reckoned to be 2 million people.
I think the one protest that did work was the council, the poll tax. Yeah,
that's true.
Could I ask you a couple of questions?
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on, guys.
Joking, go.
Right, the question is, because I'm just putting a video together, asking just random people from everywhere, like middle class areas, working class areas, whatever. I'm random as well, do you know what I mean? What do you think? I know it's an obvious question, but it's just getting everybody's opinion, yeah? What do you think about Starmer? Yeah, what's first, yeah? Attached to that is, and how do you think he's getting on with the boats? Yeah. That's basically the question, yeah?
Fair enough. I'll let him talk, he loves talking.
I asked you, man, come on.
All right, Starmer, what do I think of Starmer? Yeah. I really don't know much about anything.
Kier Starmer, come on. You know the Prime Minister and how he's handling the illegal immigrants coming over on the boats. Well, I've got to say alleged illegal immigrants coming over the boats. What do you think?
Nah, not.
Be honest, man. Be honest.
Be brave.
I'm just going to speak from a place with no opinion, no information.
So do you know anything about?
I don't know anything about anything. My impression is that no, he's not doing a very good job with the boats, and his whole sort of shtick on how to run a government doesn't seem to be helping any situation.
Do you have any ideas of what he could do that would help?
Wealth tax. Fucking get the money.
Wealth tax.
Yeah, get the
money.
Sorry,
I don't have any opinion on my channel. I'm impartial on my channel. Let me just get into that. Yeah. What do you mean? Wealth tax. What exactly do you mean?
So over the past 40 to 50 years, productivity has gone up really remarkably because of the use of technology. However, it's all gone to the owners of the assets. The asset class, asset wealth, it's just grown remarkably.
Right, can I ask you a question?
Snake mouth graph, where wages have gone like this, but productivity value has gone like this.
So does that include the farmers?
So if you're talking about inheritance tax through farmers, I think that's much of a muchness, really. I think that's like a mountain out of a molehill type stuff.
But a lot of people are saying, they own millions of pounds worth of land. So in a way, it's kind of wealth, in a way. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, farmers do have wealth, but I don't think that farmers are commonly over the threshold of the wealth, inherited wealth tax laws. But I'm talking about other entities that have massive amounts of wealth. And
what entities? Come on, you got to be. There's no blurred lines here.
All the ownership of Mayfair, all of the
Qatar mainly.
Well, I don't get who has the hands, but there's a shit ton of money out there. The wealth class is grown considerably. The wealth of the rich has massively swelled.
Right, I've got one more question to ask.
Unbelievably true.
I've got one more question.
It's so stupid because look, we see working.
Everybody's opinion on this channel counts.
No, but mine's the most important.
So I've got one more question.
Polite of saying you're a twat. No, it's not.
The working class people or whatever.
I almost got in trouble by the police for saying the TWAT.
Really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, yes. What always
the working class and they're acquiring money through working and whatever, it's at a certain level.
Right, this is my question, the last one, yeah. If you actually it's a double-barreled.
Go for it.
Firstly, how are you going to do that? Do you honestly think the Prime Minister, any Prime Minister from any party, is going to be able to do that? That's the first thing, yeah. And it's kind of attached. And the other thing is, what about the people that come from absolutely nothing? Yeah, strive their hardest to get there, finally make it, right? And then at the top of the mountain, they've got this massive bill. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay. What was the first one again?
There's a trouble with multiple questions. Everybody forgets.
Well, it's connected.
What was the first one?
How are you going to?
Oh, what can he do? How can he do? Yeah, that was it. How can he do it? Okay.
Do you trust?
I've got almost no trust. I think we need a movement from the people upwards to recognise that. Sorry, I got a phone call.
What do you think? What do you think, Steve?
Starmer's the worst Prime Minister we've ever had during my lifetime. On every front. What he does, how he communicates it, just.
Well, what do you think could be done about the alleged illegal crossings on the boats and that? Do you have any idea?
Just stop them.
Stop them how though? Because they keep saying we can't.
By stop providing taxi boats for them.
Do you mean just making it not look so generous? Is that what you mean? over here.
Yeah, well, that's one aspect, and that's probably one of the biggest aspect. Yeah, exactly. If they only come here because they find it appealing, and that's a good place to go. Let's go there. But it's just very easy to stop it. Stop ferrying them. Stop taxing them. Stop giving France a lot of money for.
France don't seem to be doing anything, do they?
For doing absolutely nothing. Yeah. You know, where is that money going?
Okay, cool.
And just enforce the law. If you or I landed at Heathrow without our passport, we'd be sent straight back. Yeah. These are the vast majority of them are self-evidently illegal and economic migrants. Why else would you throw your paperwork away?
All right, thanks for speaking to me here, guys.
No worries.
Thank you. You have anything to say? Do you want to say anything before I go?
Just to add to Steve's point, I think behind that is the other problem of the legal framework. So we have judges, lawyers and so on, many of whom are essentially activists, backed up by the EHCR. So it's often discussed that Britain should come out of the EHCR, which I think generally I support without being...
Just for the viewers, because maybe a lot of viewers on here won't know what Sorry, can you say it again? ECHR,
so
yeah.
It's the European, maybe I've got the order wrong. Court of Human Rights. So it's the ECHR, sorry.
When was that formed? Do you know?
Well, I couldn't give you the exact year.
Many years ago.
No, not that long ago. And it's actually reflected in British law under the Human Rights Act, which I think was the 1990s under the Blair government.
Okay, cool.
Now, the point about this is, and a lot of people who support it on the Liberal side of things say that, without the ECHR, they imply we'll descend into a rule of anarchy and disorder and everything. Actually, Britain was one of the founders of rule of law. Really, we have so
in other words, we could cope without it.
A millennium. Magna Carta. All these freedoms are enshrined in the British common law.
They seem to be disappearing at the moment, don't they? These freedoms.
Well, no. You see, the interesting thing there is you need a political class and a judicial class who understand our traditions and who will enforce it properly. So, given that, if we had that, then we don't need a foreign construction such as the ECHR. I think one of the reasons why the ECHR was set up was, and in fact I think British jurists at the time helped Europe to do it, because there was a feeling that Europe had sort of failed, post World War II. They needed all sorts of safeguards to stop authoritarian governments from doing what they do. We British, we shouldn't really need that, because we have such a long tradition of common law protecting people's rights and so on. We should be able to do without it. Yeah. There might be areas where we do. I mean, for example, I would argue that some of the American protections, like freedom of speech, should be enacted in a sort of Bill of Rights in Britain.
Yeah, so they can't be tampered with, basically.
I mean, we should do away with all the hate speech nonsense, and just bring in a freedom of speech, with a few exceptions around harassment and incitement, but generally...
I do, as much as I am impartial, I do wonder where it's going to end, because it just keeps going on and on and on, doesn't it? Like, you can't say this. Just like the other day. Oh, guys, if you didn't see the video, go and check it on my channel.
What is your channel?
I don't really like telling people when I'm out, because I tell you why, because it's not political. And every time I go somewhere, people are saying to me, what side are you on? What side are you on?
I've always seen you filming out.
I just try and keep it as impartial as possible. You will find it if you punch in Speaker's Corner. You'll find it.
It's one of them, okay.
It's one of them, you'll find it, because if Google... YouTube
how will I know it's yours?
Well, that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Is this live stream?
No, it's all on camera.
Oh, okay.
I do sometimes live stream. You could have checked it, couldn't you, the live stream?
Yes.
So back to the point.
You just got to look for yourself, Steve, What were you saying?
Yeah. So I digressed a bit from the boat, because I wanted to add to Steve's point about the issues around the legal environment, because I really don't think anything can be done if every action is countered by some judge saying, you can't do that because of the ECHR. So I think everybody who's thought about it recognises that's the problem.
Yeah, so, just to interrupt, because I didn't finish what I was saying. What I wanted to say was, just for you guys on the channel as well, that I was stopped by the police. The police told me to mind my language for saying TWAT. That's how far it's going. Do you know what I mean?
Well, indeed, we've heard stories about this, similar ones that you see on Twitter.
I took the mick out of him, by the way.
But yeah, I think a lot of our, especially younger police, really, it's the way they're trained, for one thing. Yeah. So that's another thing that's been mentioned quite a lot. The College of Policing? They purport to interpret the laws that govern policing in a kind of easy way for the police to understand. But of course, they are infiltrated by left wingers and liberals, which is again, it's another general problem. A lot of our institutions, you look at media, the BBC, you look at corporate world.
Yeah, the balance is disappearing.
They have I mean, you have to hand it to the left and the libtards, let's say. They've been very clever in taking the highest reaches of government, of commercial life, of all sorts of areas, and place their people. And of course that filters down to ordinary coppers on the beat. They are taught, there is such a thing as hate speech. If you talk to older coppers, insofar as they can talk, sometimes you get the sense that they don't like it at all. But a lot of them are dissatisfied. There's a problem with retention, so it means you're going to get a lot of more, if you like, pliable younger coppers who are in which is not a good thing at all. So I don't know how it comes to a head. Honestly, it looks bad.
Let's hope it clears itself up soon, because it's getting mad.
It looks bad, and one of the things that James mentioned was the idea of change from below. I don't think that works. I mean, when you consider that democracy really is a puppet show, it's a sham, and rioting doesn't achieve anything. We had the protests against the Iraq War in 2003 was reckoned to be 2 million people.
I think the one protest that did work was the council, poll tax. Yeah,
that's true, but it was a riot.
I was too young. I
think in British history, as Steve, he was there.
Oh, was he there?
No, Steve was there. It was during the Thatcher government. It was sort of late 80s, probably.
Right.
But you're right. Actually, that
one worked, didn't
it?
it?
Just walking through the streets like they did yesterday, it lets off steam, which the establishment is okay with.
Yeah.
But once bricks start flying, then they do get worried.
Yeah,
so if you look through British history, there have been periods where the people will do so. But the problem is, there's a whole school of political theory, called elite theory, which says that if you have a riot like the poll, there's a difference. It was very focused. It was about the poll tax.
Yeah.
That's it.
I guess it was also like everybody was involved, wasn't it? Really, it affected everybody, didn't it?
Yes, and I think it was seen by the government that the rioters, although they were annoying and they were throwing bricks, they actually spoke for a lot of people who would not have thrown bricks, but there was a lot of sympathy because it was genuine. I mean, it was pointed out to the government when they brought it in that it was going to be seen as unfair. Yeah. So it was a bit of a slam dunk. But it is an interesting thing. Say, if you compare with the march yesterday, which I think was quite unfocused. It was just a sort of cry of rage, which is, it's understandable. But what were they demanding?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, what was?
Whereas poll tax is get rid of the poll tax. Simple.
Yeah, there was no. I understand what you mean. It's like the now thing, isn't it?
And of course the Iraq protest. That was, some people say 2 million people, but again, it was just lots of nice middle class people walking around London for a day and then going home. Blair just ignored it.
Right. Let me end on that one.
Go on. Okay.
Lovely speaking to you, though, man.
Nice speaking to you. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll for your channel.
No, good.
Good
Cheers, man, and you. Bye.